Cancer, welcome to your reading. So I'm just going to start here with your overall energy. Let's find out what is happening in your world. Tell me about your past. Tell me about your near future. Tell me about your potential outcome. Okay, Cancer. So as I was sitting here, I was actually pretty quiet, shuffling your cards and putting them all out on the table. I'm getting like a very introspective impression from you right now, where I'm not sure the best way to describe it. Maybe through the reading it'll become a little bit more clear on how to describe it, but it feels a lot like you're having a lot of internal conversations right now with yourself, as opposed to kind of external communications on what it is that you're looking for or what it is that you're doing. 5 of Cups here in the upright. There is something here with perception and just a loss. It's almost like you're going through an ending and a new beginning, and you're kind of in that in between. And this is why it feels very much like you're just really stuck in your own head. That's not even the right word. It's you're in your own head, but you're not really stuck there. You're just existing there. You're not really, I think until you finally close out a chapter and you move forward, then you're going to start being more open. That's what it feels like. Looking at your present energy, I have the Ace of Cups being influenced by the 4 of Swords. So I don't know why I'm getting this, but I am. After a period of stagnation, after a period of feeling like there was no movement forward or anything else, that you have this new beginning that's right here in front of you. With this Ace of Cups, it's going to be something that you're going to be much happier doing. There's a lot of positive energy coming off of this Ace of Cups. A lot of positive energy. You're going to really, whatever this is, you're really going to enjoy it, whether it's a new beginning with a person or it's some sort of new career, job, something along those lines. It feels like after a period of not really making any progress, now you're starting to make progress, but you're kind of still in this in-between. Knight of Wands here in what you need to focus on. So there's a lot of positives happening in your life right now. There's a lot of things that are actually working out the way that you would want them to. Maybe not exactly the way that you saw it working out, but things are actually working out really well for you. And that's what the universe wants you to focus on. We do have this Magician card here in your past position. So it feels like a lot of lies, a lot of deceit in your past, a lot of promises broken, or kind of like being told. What I'm getting is the guy on the street that would have a ball under 3 cups, and you would have to guess which one. He would do a lot of fancy movement with his hands, and you had to figure out which one had the ball underneath. And it felt like in the past you were being told, okay, just find the one with the ball underneath, just identify it, and you would go down the path and you would watch the hands, but then you never got what you were looking for. You always guessed wrong. But it's because the path wasn't presented clearly to you, and there was no clear path because it just didn't exist. 6 of Pentacles here in reverse, sitting in this Strength position. What I got was mine. You're very generous by nature. And so now you're kind of in this position of, well, things are starting to work out for me, so I want them to keep working out for me. So I'm going to not be so willing to sacrifice so much of myself to do an equal give and take. Let me see what the other person or what the situation is going to offer me first before I start trying to make a compromise. It's just one of those things where you're waiting it out. Give me your best offer. Great, now let's start negotiating. 10 of Wands here in reverse, sitting in your near future. So whatever burdens have been kind of weighing on you pretty heavily, you're letting them go. This is the cycle that's closing here. You're just kind of in this in between, but this is what's closing for you. Ace of Wands in reverse. This feels like action. You're not taking a lot of action right now. You are moving forward, but this doesn't feel like you're taking any action at this moment, or at least in this situation. It's kind of like you're not forcing anything. It's just kind of happening. Strength card in reverse. It just doesn't feel like you need it anymore. It feels like you've put in the work that you needed to put in order to start moving forward, in order to start making progress in your life. And so now it's like, well, I've already planted those seeds of going after exactly what I want and really just taking that initiative. And so now it's in a period of letting it develop, letting it grow on its own. Another 10. We do have the 10 of Swords here. Another painful ending. This is, you're done with it. You really want to be done with whatever this chapter is that you're closing. You are just very ready for it to be done. And with your potential outcome being the world, it's closing. This chapter is closing. Let's do a little bit of clarifying and find out anything else with this. Tell me about the Ace of Cups and the Four of Swords. We got the 10 of Swords here, clarifying the Ace of Cups and the Four of Swords. So what this is really telling me is that whatever happened in the past, whatever this chapter is that's closing, it really was really just not positive for you in any way. So it's closing and you're moving towards something better. So Knight of Wands, we have the Hanged Man. Again, after a period of not really moving forward, you're moving forward. You're going after exactly what you want. This Hangman and these Four Swords, they're very similar energy. Tell me about the Magician. Four of Swords in reverse. Four of Swords. This is all about movement. There's a lot of movement here. This Magician in the past, this Four of Swords in reverse, you were never going to get anywhere with this person or this situation. They were always going to keep hiding the ball from you. Always. You made the right decision. Whatever decision you made the right decision. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Knight of Cups. You're focused on yourself. The reason that you're not willing to put all of your cards out on the table and you really want the other side to approach you first with their best offer before you start to negotiate is because you know what you want, you know what you're worth, and that's where your starting point is. So give me your best offer. This is what you're saying to the other person, and I'll let you know if that's good enough. I'll let you know what I can settle for. Okay. So the card that came out on top of the 10 of Wands was Judgment. So this is a final decision. I mean, there's so many endings here in this reading. This is definitely a chapter that's closing. Tell me about the Ace of Wands. Three of Wands. Yeah, you were waiting things out. You had planted all the seeds to go after exactly what you wanted, and then it's just a wait and see. And now you're in this wait and see, and you're letting this new chapter unfold the way that you would hope it would unfold. But you've already done the legwork to kind of set it on that path. Tell me about the Strength card in reverse. I have the Death card in reverse. You're at this whole new beginning. I don't know how else to tell you that ending, new beginning. 10 of Swords in reverse. 10 of Cups. Lots of 10s, lots of endings here. This is happiness. This is really, it's what you want. You want that fulfillment. You want your dreams to come true. With the World, we have the Four of Cups. You're looking back on the ending and you're disappointed that things worked out the way that they did, but it was because of this, lots of 4s, lots of 10s. This Four of Swords back here with the Magician, you really have a lot of high hopes for, if it's a person, if it's a situation, if it's a job, career, whatever it is. I wasn't getting one thing crystal clear in this reading, but at least one situation. But what I was getting was, no matter how long you stayed there, no matter how long you stayed in that situation, you were never really going to get what you wanted because somebody else was preventing you from getting that. And so even though this is ending, you're a little disappointed that it ended the way that it did. But that's not stopping this new beginning. That is much more in line with what you want. It's not stopping it at all. You are moving towards happiness if you're not already happy. So let me just pull a Moonology card and close out the reading for you, Cancer. Interesting. We got the new moon in Aries. It's time to take action. It's time to close. It's time to close that chapter in your life because you are kind of sitting in this in between. So Cancer, this is your reading. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.